The Terrifying Acts of Katherine Knight, Australia's female Ed Gein. Dive into the chilling case of Katherine Knight, an Australian woman whose horrific crimes earned her the infamous title of Australia's female Ed Gein. Prepare yourself for a disturbing journey into the mind of a killer. Katherine Knight's early life was marred by instability and violence. These formative experiences likely contributed to the darkness that would later consume her. Born in 1955 in Taree, New South Wales, Katherine's childhood was far from idyllic. Her family life was reportedly turbulent, marked by frequent arguments and instances of domestic violence. These early exposures to aggression and instability likely had a profound impact on her developing psyche. They may have laid the groundwork for the violent tendencies that would later manifest in her adult life. Even before the ultimate act of horror, Katherine Knight displayed a pattern of violent behavior. Her relationships were often volatile and marked by aggression. Throughout her adult life, Katherine was known for her explosive temper and propensity for physical altercations. She had a history of domestic disputes and restraining orders filed against her. These incidents, while not as extreme as her final crime, served as warning signs of her capacity for violence. They painted a picture of a woman struggling to control her rage. John Price became Katherine Knight's victim in a brutal act of domestic violence. Their relationship was a volatile mix of passion and conflict. John Price, a local miner, entered into a relationship with Katherine Knight, unaware of the darkness that lay within her. Their relationship was characterized by intense arguments and physical confrontations. The dynamic between them was toxic, fueled by jealousy, possessiveness, and a lack of communication. It was a recipe for disaster, ultimately culminating in tragedy. The events of February 29, 2000, remain etched in the annals of Australian crime history. It was a night of unimaginable horror. Following a heated argument, Katherine Knight stabbed John Price to death in their home in Aberdeen, New South Wales. But the horror didn't end there. What followed was an act of unspeakable depravity, transforming a murder into a macabre spectacle. Katherine Knight dismembered John Price's body. Katherine Knight's actions after the murder were truly shocking. She didn't just kill John Price, she desecrated his body in a way that defied comprehension. She skinned his body and hung the skin on a meat hook in the living room. This act alone was enough to shock the conscience, but she wasn't finished. She then proceeded to dismember his body and cook parts of it, seemingly with the intention of feeding them to his children. This act of cannibalism elevated her crime to a level of unparalleled horror. The discovery of the crime scene sent shockwaves through the small town of Aberdeen. The sheer brutality of the act was difficult to comprehend. When police arrived at the scene, they were confronted with a scene of unimaginable horror. The dismembered body, the skinned torso hanging from a hook, and the cooked remains were a testament to Katherine Knight's depravity. The discovery of the crime scene led to a massive investigation and the immediate arrest of Katherine Knight. The world watched in horror as the details of the crime emerged. The trial of Katherine Knight was a media sensation. The evidence presented was so gruesome that it was difficult for the jury to stomach. The prosecution presented a compelling case, detailing the horrific nature of the crime and Katherine Knight's clear intent. The defense offered a plea of insanity, but it was ultimately rejected by the jury. After a lengthy trial, Katherine Knight was found guilty of murder and sentenced to life imprisonment without the possibility of parole. She became the first Australian woman to receive such a sentence. The comparison to Ed Gein is unavoidable. Both committed acts that shocked the world and blurred the lines between sanity and madness. Ed Gein, the infamous Butcher of Plainfield, was known for his grave robbing and the creation of household items from human remains. Katherine Knight's actions, while different in nature, shared a similar level of depravity. Both individuals challenged our understanding of human nature and forced us to confront the darkest aspects of the human psyche. The label Female Ed Gein is a chilling reminder of the depths of Katherine Knight's depravity. Understanding the psychology of Katherine Knight is crucial to understanding her actions. What drove her to commit such a heinous crime? Psychologists have attempted to analyze Katherine Knight's mental state, suggesting possible diagnoses such as borderline personality disorder and antisocial personality disorder. These conditions are often associated with impulsivity, aggression, and a lack of empathy. However, it's important to note that these are just theories. The true motivations behind her actions may never be fully understood. The murder of John Price had a profound impact on the small town of Aberdeen. The community was left reeling from the shock and horror of the crime. The close-knit community struggled to come to terms with the fact that such a horrific act could occur in their midst. The crime shattered their sense of security and left lasting scars. The impact on John Price's family and friends was particularly devastating. They were left to grieve the loss of a loved one in the most horrific of circumstances. True crime stories often raise ethical questions. How do we balance the public's right to know with the need to protect the privacy of victims and their families? It's important to approach these stories with sensitivity and respect. We must avoid sensationalizing the crime or exploiting the suffering of those affected. Our focus should be on understanding the events and their impact, rather than simply reveling in the gruesome details. We must remember that behind every true crime story are real people who have suffered unimaginable loss. Despite the darkness and horror, true crime continues to fascinate us. What is it about these stories that captivates our attention? Some believe that it's a way of confronting our own fears and anxieties. By exploring the darkest aspects of human nature, we can gain a better understanding of ourselves and the world around us. Others are drawn to the puzzle-solving aspect of true crime, trying to piece together the events and understand the motivations behind the crime. Whatever the reason, the fascination with true crime is likely to continue for years to come. The case of Katherine Knight offers several important lessons. It highlights the dangers of domestic violence and the importance of recognizing warning signs. It also underscores the need for mental health support and early intervention. By addressing these issues, we can hopefully prevent similar tragedies from occurring in the future. The story of Katherine Knight serves as a chilling reminder of the darkness that can exist within the human heart. It's a story that should never be forgotten. Katherine Knight remains one of Australia's most notorious criminals. Her name is synonymous with violence and depravity. Her crimes have been the subject of numerous books, documentaries, and podcasts. She has become a symbol of the darkest aspects of human nature. The legacy of Katherine Knight is a chilling reminder of the capacity for evil that exists within us all. It's a legacy that will continue to haunt Australia for generations to come. The story of Katherine Knight is a descent into unimaginable darkness. It's a story that challenges our understanding of human nature and forces us to confront the darkest aspects of the human psyche. From a troubled childhood to a history of violence, Katherine Knight's life was a series of warning signs that culminated in an act of unspeakable horror. Her crimes shocked the world and earned her the infamous title of Australia's female Ed Gein. The case of Katherine Knight serves as a chilling reminder of the potential for evil that exists within us all. It's a story that should never be forgotten. If you found this exploration of Katherine Knight's crimes disturbing yet insightful, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into the world of true crime. Share this video with others who are interested in understanding the complexities of criminal behavior. Leave a comment below with your thoughts on the case and what you believe drove Katherine Knight to commit such horrific acts. Your engagement helps us bring more of these important stories to light.